بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، صلى الله وسلم وبارك على عبده ورسوله نبينا وإمامنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. ما بعد، قال المؤلف رحمه الله تعالى في الباب 14 بعد 100: باب بيان جواز الشرب قائما، وبيان أن الأكمل والأفضل الشرب قاعدا. فيه حديث كبشة السابق. وعن ابن عباس رضي الله عنهما قال: سقيت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من زمزم فشرب وهو قائم، متفق عليه. وعن النزال بن سبرة رضي الله عنه قال: أتى علي رضي الله عنه باب الرحبة فشرب قائما، وقال: إني رأيت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فعل كما رأيتموني فعلت. رواه البخاري. وعن ابن عمر رضي الله عنهما قال: كنا على عهد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم نأكل ونحن نمشي ونشرب ونحن قيام. رواه الترمذي وقال: حديث حسن صحيح. وعن عمرو بن شعيب عن أبيه عن جده رضي الله عنه قال: رأيت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يشرب قائما وقاعدا. رواه الترمذي وقال: حديث حسن صحيح. وعن أنس رضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه نهى أن يشرب الرجل قائما. قال قتادة: قلنا لأنس: فالأكل؟ قال: ذلك أشر أو أخبث. رواه مسلم. وفي رواية له أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم زجر عن الشرب قائما. وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال: قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: لا يشربن أحد منكم قائما، فمن نسي فليستقع. رواه مسلم. Chapter 114 of Riyadh as-Saliheen, the author Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala says: the permissibility of drinking standing, but it's best and most complete to drink sitting. Speaking on the يتحدث عن أحكام الأكل والشرب وعن آداب الأكل والشرب، ومن ذلكم الأحكام ومن تلكم الآداب القيام أو القعود أو المشي، لأن هذه الأحوال الثلاث قد تعتري الإنسان، بل تعتري الإنسان، سوف تعتري الإنسان، سوف يحتاج إلى الشرب وهو قائم، سوف يصيبه الجوع وهو قائم. فهل له أن يشرب حال قيامه، ولا يجب عليه أن يقعد ويجلس حتى يشرب ويأخذ حاجته من الأكل والشرب? So he says that it's lawful, bayan, the clarification of the permissibility of drinking standing, that it's not haram. But he says it's best to sit down. Is that if you don't have to stand up, you shouldn't. You should take the time to sit down, to relax, to drink your beverage. He mentioned several ahadith. One of them is previously mentioned, the narration of Kebsha. He says, obviously when the Prophet he drank what? From the water skin that was hanging up. He drank from the shan, it was qirba mu'allaqa, right? And then she cut off and took it for herself, as we explained. From those hadiths is Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma. He said, سقيت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من زمزم, as that one day I gave the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم water to drink from Zamzam, وهو قائم, whilst he was standing up. And the hadith is in Bukhari and Muslim. Nazal ibn Sabrata narrates that one day Ali radiallahu anhu, he went to the Rahmatul Kufa, to the main gate, or the walls of Kufa, Ar-Rahmah, okay, and he began to drink, standing up. And then he said, I saw the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam doing exactly what I just did. This hadith is in Sahih Bukhari. Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu anhu reports, كنا على عهد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم نأكل ونحن نمشي. During the time of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we would eat while we walked. وَنَشْرَبُ وَنَحْنُ قِيَامًا, and we would drink while we were standing. And this hadith is collected by Imam Tirmidhi, who declared it to be authentic. Amr ibn Shu'aib narrates from his father, from his grandfather Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As, I saw the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam drinking, standing, and sitting. And that hadith is collected by Imam Tirmidhi. Anas radiallahu anhu narrates that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam forbade a man to drink standing. Qatada, his disciple, asked him, what about eating standing? He said, ذَلِكَ أَشَرُّ وَأَخْبَثُ. He says that's even worse. That's even worse. And this hadith is in Sahih Muslim. And another version of this hadith states, زَجَرَ عَنِ الشُّرْبِ قَائِمًا. the Prophet forbade a man to drink standing. Last hadith is reported by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "La yashrabanna ahadun minkum qa'iman." None of you should drink standing. فَمَنْ نَسِيَ فَلْيَسْتَقِئ. And if someone drinks standing and he forgets, then he should regurgitate. He should make himself throw up. He should spit up what he has drank. So the chapter heading is clear. The author's opinion is clear. He believes, he holds the view as that it isn't a sin. It is not a sin. It's not haram to drink water, to drink juice, to drink coffee while standing. However, it's best to avoid that. And that if you don't have to stand up because of work or because you're in an uncomfortable place or whatever the case may be, then as a Muslim, you should sit down and you should drink. You should sit down and you should eat. So regardless of the different ahadith, somebody may say, well, one hadith says don't do it, and the other hadith says that the Prophet did it. So I'm confused. There's no confusion. It's extremely, extremely simple. Like many other matters in Islam, extremely simple. Muslim is to aim for the best. Muslim is to always reach for the top. Is it lawful? La adri, I'm going to do it. Do you have to wear this? Do you have to cover like this? Yeah, I'm going to do it. And if I can't do it, then that's a different story. Okay? And many Muslims, they fight unnecessarily because of these masail khilafiyah. They fight unnecessarily and they don't have to. Okay? And that's a mistake. This is what I choose to do. This is why. End of discussion. If this is what you're choosing to do, hopefully you have a reason. It's between you and Allah. But I told you, I showed you. The best thing to do is such and such. The most excellent thing to do is such and such. Why go near the difference of opinion if you don't have to? Now, these scholars, they say that due to the fact that the Prophet himself did it, that proves that when he said, don't drink standing, it's not haram. But instead, it's makruh. It's something to stay away from. It should be shunned. And other scholars, they say, bel. Rather, it's haram لأن القول مقدم على الفعل والحاضر مقدم على المبيح. When the Prophet spoke, it's direct. When he did something, maybe it was for him. Maybe he couldn't sit down. Maybe. But his words are what? Clear. Don't drink standing up. Don't drink standing up. Okay? Second of all, when we have a text, one that prohibits a thing and one that allows a thing, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the prohibition takes precedence. Thirdly, the Prophet ﷺ says, لا يشربن. هذا ليس أسلوب تنزيه. ليس أسلوب كراهة. لا يشربن أحد منكم. هذا أسلوب ثقيل. يعني الأسلوب لغوي ثقيل. لما يدل على تحريم. فمن نسي كيف يستقي شيء مستحب أو شيء مكروه؟ أبدا. هذا من قرن الترجيح على أن النهي على تحريم في الأصل. The Prophet ﷺ, he says, do not drink standing up. No one should drink standing up. And whoever forgets, he should. So that's clear that it's not just disliked. Okay, so some scholars say is that it's haram to drink standing إلا لمن كانت به إلا أو إذا كان هناك كالزحام مثلا. وهذا الذي يحمل عليه رواية علي رضي الله تعالى عنه في رحمة الكوفة أنه إنما شرب قائما بسبب شدة الازدحام. Okay, المهم, some scholars say that it's haram, some say it is makruh, some say that it's not makruh, but it's just best to sit down. At the end of the day, the 9 to 5 Muslim, I'm going to sit down. If I'm forced to stand up, I can't. Different story. But I'm not going to just walk down the street, drink, and take it lightly. And then when someone comes to me and say, Ya akhi, stop drinking standing up. And it's said, the Prophet ﷺ said, it's difference of opinion. Difference of opinion is not a proof. It's not a dalil. And many Muslims, they make this mistake. Al-ihtijaj bil-khilaf, that's not a dalil. The only reason why you're going to bring up difference of opinion is for me not to criticize you. Why are you wearing a blue sweatsuit? Right? A blue sports suit. And you say, there's a difference of opinion. That's not the reason why you're wearing it. But I shouldn't criticize you and make it look like you can't wear blue sweatsuit in the masjid when this scholar clearly says that you can, and there's proof. So I can't criticize you. I can't go gung-ho. Take it off. Astaghfirullah, you can't wear it in the masjid. But I can advise you, and I can tell you my opinion. Wearing the blue sweatsuit in the masjid is haram, and this is why. He may not agree with that. He says, well, he told me it is lawful. So many Muslims, they fall into these errors, okay? And they're tricks of the shaitan. And even if it's not haram to wear the blue sweatsuit, it's clearly not best. So why not wear a green one if it doesn't hurt you? All right? So what's important is drinking should be either sitting down, and if you have to stand up, it's lawful according to some, disliked according to some. Some people say that the wisdom behind the prohibition of drinking standing up is that it harms the body. Some people say that it harms one's digestion and it isn't the best for one's health. Allah knows best if that's confirmed or not. Wallahu ta'ala alam.
مفهوم المؤلف الأفضل واحد يجلس
إلا
بيحكي على هذا لو كان عنده حاجة ما عنده مشكلة الوقوف.
ها هو يرجح الجواز ويعني أكد على أفضلية القعود. وكأن المؤلف نووي رحمه الله تعالى لا يرى الكراهة. انتبه، الكراهة هذه درجة أشد، وإنما أفضل الأفضلية. فبعضهم يعني يخلط بين الكراهة وبين القول بالأفضلية. لا يلزم من الأفضلية يكون إيش؟ والله تعالى أعلم.